There's a saying that I say often now is that HR speaks French and finance speaks German. So it actually came to being at a customer where we started working with them because the CEO brought us in, and the HR and the finance wanted the same thing at a distance, but when you looked at it close up, it was very different things. HR wanted very sort of good execution of payroll and making sure people got paid so that they didn't get emails saying, hey, I didn't get paid, or I'm not sure if I got paid, or can you check if I got paid. Finance wanted great tracking on everybody that was being paid. Same things, but just different ways of looking at it. And because of that, it would often take the HR team a good part of their Friday, sometimes going into the weekend, to be able to reconcile all the payouts that were being made. They had a very complicated employment structure. So they had full-time workers, part-time workers, they had office workers, they had factory workers, they had retail staff, they had people who were paid commission, people who were being paid tips. Doing the math on all of that was very complicated because they also had multiple payroll systems. And that would often be error prone. It would consume a lot of time. It would create a lot of friction between finance and HR. So what we did was we took all of that and we did the math for the HR person so that they could hand it off to the finance person instantly. And we did the reconciliation and checking for the finance teams, and then we were able to do the math automatically of any changes that were being made. That enabled HR to save 10 hours a week, also not get any errors that were being generated by their manual data entry. And on the other side, it helped improve reporting from the finance perspective because they could look at overruns and outliers a lot sooner than they would normally do. The funny story there is that the finance person initially was very hesitant to work with us because they would look at our product, they would see an org chart, and they would say, I don't know, what do I have to do with an org chart product? There's nothing in it for me. So they were very much like, I don't know, I don't think this is useful, etc., etc. So when we produced the report for the first time for both HR and finance, and the finance person saw it, their entire demeanor changed, right? Like they went from being like, this is a waste of time and these guys are a bunch of idiots, to being like, I love this thing, this is amazing. Could you also add taxes to it? Could you also add benefits to it? I don't know, I don't want to impose too much, but if you could add like tips, that would be phenomenal. So that was for me a first-hand experience of taking somebody who was completely not on board to becoming a strong net promoter because we solved their problem in a way that they didn't think was possible.